So we are on lesson 16 today, the practice of metta and the samatha and vipassana. Introduction to the samatha and vipassana. Okay, so we shall start with the practice of metta.
Okay, we shall do the introduction of this Metta Sutta. So Metta Sutta is one of the most popular sutta in traditional Theravada Buddhism, other than Mangala Sutta and Karyana Ratana Sutta, and the Karyana Metta Sutta is one of it. So we all know about Mangala Sutta, the blessing, and then the Ratana Sutta, which is very popular during the COVID time, right? So wait. Okay. So it's a very widely recited as parita or protective chant in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, or Cambodia. So in this Asian country, is widely recited as a protective chant. So in this session, we shall focus on its original purpose as a personal practice and as a meditation guide. It's not about the chanting, protective part. So the meaning of metta, literal meaning is from Sanskrit word is maitra. It means friend. The Pali root mit, be friendly. So metta means friendliness, benevolence, goodwill, fellowship, warmth, and the absence of ill will. It contrasts with selfish desire, tanha. So it emphasizing on selfless concern for others. So it's a mental state of pure goodwill, free from attachment or expectation. So metta, so it's neither craving or hatred. We are not clinging to any relationship. So it's not excessive self-focus also. We are not love ourselves, like too much of loving ourselves. Okay, and then we are also not desperate, need the love or fear of abandonment. So it's not in a craving part, and it's not about aversion also. So it's the way that it's the opposite of aversion, of unfriendliness and the hostile feeling, that you have towards someone or the self-criticism. Sometimes you feel yourself like I'm a loser, kind of thing. So metta is a love that is neither clinging nor rejecting, but free, unconditional, and wise. So we have to be skilled in this mental state. Okay. So the importance of metta, according to the sutta, the importance of cultivating metta, even for a finger snap of time. It's just like finger snap, very fast. If you can cultivate this mind of loving kindness. So in the sutta, it say that you are a bhikkhu who is not devoid of jhana, who act upon the teaching of the teacher, who respond to his advice, and who does not eat the country's armed food in vain. How much more than those who cultivate it? So you see, it's so important. Like a snap of finger, your mental state is in metta, then you are in a very good, very calm and serene kind of mental state already. And then you benefited not only yourself, but to a lot of people also, even in a finger snap kind of time, so fast. So if for just a time of finger snap, a bhikkhu develop a mind of loving kindness, it will have the same effect. If you can attend a mind of loving kindness always, like you have this mental state that very firm in metta, in loving kindness. So you will always act in a loving kindness way. You will speak in kindness, your action in kindness, because your mental state is in this loving kindness metta state. You won't feel angry about things. You understand that sometimes difficult situation arise because of condition. So you won't blame someone or you blame yourself. So you know that this is all due to condition that arise. So if you can have that kind of mental state always, then you will have peace and be a calm person. So this is what we call being skilled in good. So this teaching highlight how even brief moments of genuine goodwill can transform the mind and accumulate great merit. Because of that, you won't wish other people in a bad condition or whatever. You won't swear or you won't say bad words or whatever. So you will always have good and kind mental state in yourself. Okay. Now, the characteristic of this metta is always generate a positive feeling. It's not a passionate love, not sensual love to others. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. So it's a positive feeling. It's always generate positive kind of energy. So in this metta also, it includes the person you dislike, then the enemy or the animals and all living beings. When one's radiating of this metta, and is altruistic and selfless without expecting return. So this metta with a characteristic of unconditional. So it's without condition. You don't expect any return from your loving kindness. And this commentator, Buddha Gosa is the one who write the path to purification, say that it is for both spiritual protection and for those meditating for the sake of the attainment of jhana. So he said that it's often recited as parita, or as a practice in meditation, as well as a guide to personal daily practice. Okay, so it has this this type of characteristic. So in practice of metta, here I will introduce Karyana Metta Sutta and the Metta Kata. And this Metta Nisamsa Sutta actually is the benefit of cultivate the metta in our daily life. So we shall first look at the Karaniya Metta Sutta, the Metta Sutta that I think all of you familiar with. I think all of you can chant the Karaniya Metta Sutta, right? So if you can't, you can start to chant practice now, so that you are familiar with the words. Then when during exam, it's very easy that you can recall the value of this Karaniya Metta Sutta. So the primary purpose of this Karaniya Metta Sutta is a meditation subject, a meditation subject for monk, especially for the forest dweller. Okay, it was taught to the 500 monks disturbed by a tree spirit. So the Buddha instructed them to radiate metta, to pacifying the spirit at that time. So after that, they adopted it as a parita, as a protective chant for spiritual protection. So the background story of it is that at that time, 500 monks, 500 here, it means many. It doesn't mean that it's exactly 500 monks. It means many monks in Himalaya region who spend their vasa in the forest, resorting to the root of tree for meditation, to mark the 3 watches of the night. So they spend the first watch in meditation, second watch in resting, and then the third watch meditate again. Then the 3 deva were alarmed. They scared that their territory will be taken by this monk. So they harassed the monk, try to drive them away. So the monk being disturbed by this spirit, the 3 deva, they can't really concentrate under the tree. So when they went back to see the Buddha, they informed the Buddha. They told the Buddha that they can't concentrate and they are disturbed by this 3 deva. So when the monk consulted the Buddha, so the Buddha taught this Metta Sutta to them as a protection to be recited when entering the forest. So return back to the forest, back to the place where they meditate. So before entering the hut, they recite this constantly, so that so they every time during the Uposatha day, that means the full moon day, they recite this. So after many times they recite this, the 3 deva stop harassing the monk. Instead, they feel happy and they protect the monk. So after that, the monk can sit in their meditation and they felt the tranquil and calm. So they practice well and later they all gain enlightenment. So this is the background story of the Karaniya Metta Sutta. Okay. So the structure of the sutta is based on the threefold training. We have sila, it have samadhi, and panya. So by examining the sutta through this framework, we see how metta practice support the holistic spiritual development. So it contains of sila, samadhi, and the panya together with the practice. Okay. So let us look at the content. So the sutta begin with ethical conduct as the foundation for cultivating loving kindness. Karaniyang atta kusaledena Yantang santang padang abisa major. This is what should be done by one skilled in goodness who seek the state of peace. So means this person is skilled in good and wish to attain the state of peace. Means he already skilled in good. What's the meaning of skill in good? You can type in the chat group. What's it mean with skill in good? Whoever know, you can type on the chat box. What's meant by skill in good? Okay. So while you are typing for the answer, I will continue. Okay. So it starts with he who is skilled in good and wish to attain the state of peace. So they should act thus. He should be able, upright, perfectly upright, amenable to correction, and gentle and humble. So that's why I encourage you all to start to recite this Kalyana Metta Sutta, so that when come to exam time, you are familiar with all of it. So you can learn from YouTube if you haven't know about this. A lot of chanting in the YouTube. You can learn. Okay, so the Karaniya Mata Kusalena Yantang Santang Padang Ambisa Mecha Sakko Ujuja Sujuja Suaco Jasa Mudu Anatimani. So when you chant, you try to understand in English the meaning. Okay. You haven't give me the answer. Who is skilled in good? What's the meaning? Okay. So the second verse, he should be contented, easy to support, unbusy, simple in livelihood, with sense control, discreet, not impudent, and not greedily attached to family. So this is the basic sila that he should have. He should be able, upright, perfectly upright, and amenable to correction. When someone say that he's not, he has a good attitude. If someone say that he's doing something wrong, he will amend and correct it. He's gentle, he's humble. Okay, so he's contented, he's easy to support, not too demanding, unbusy. Not busy here, busy there. I want to do dana here, not so busy. Simple in livelihood, with senses control, discreet, not impudent. Okay, wholesome action, okay. Not greedy, attached to family. So that means he's not too much attached to the family. Then the verse number 3, he would not commit any slight misdeed that other wise men might find fault in him. So you see, he must not commit any slight misdeed. That means his precept. He hold the precept very well. He won't take what is not given. He won't his speech. He really have a means he will speak the truth only. Then so he's so righteous that other wise men won't find fault in him. So this is the first from verse 1 to 3 in the aspect of sila. Okay. Now we look at verse 4 to 6 in the aspect of how to practice. Okay. So Metta meditation is itself a concentration practice that calm the mind. Let them cultivate boundless loving kindness towards the whole world. Metangca sabba lokasming manasang bhavaye aparimanang. So here in a meditation practice, in a meditation practice, he calm the mind and he radiate this loving kindness towards the whole world, all living beings, whether they are weak or strong, long or short, big size, medium size or small size, substance or gross. So it cover all kind of living beings. So those visible or invisible, residing near or far. So whether it's your neighbor or someone who sit beside you to a far away person. So those that have come to be or have yet to come, without exception, may all beings be joyful. So it cover all living beings that had come to be or have yet to come. So let one not deceive nor despise another person anywhere at all, in anger and ill will. Let him not wish any harm to another. So that's why his state of mind is with a lot of metta, that he won't have any slight unkind thought to other person or beings. So it wish towards the all being is included in this metta radiation. When you radiate the metta, it cover all beings. So again, the calmness practice, here the jhanic state, samadhi. So here it said that just as a mother would protect her only child with her own life, even so, let him cultivate boundless thought of loving kindness towards all beings. So like a mother will protect her only child with her only life. But this mother, he has a lot of children in different place. He will protect them, each one of them, like her only child, with her only life, with her own life. So even because of radiate this metta, he has a lot of this only child. Then he would radiate this as though as every individual as her only child, that he will love them unconditionally. Okay. Let them cultivate boundless thought. Let him cultivate boundless thought of loving kindness toward the whole world, above, below, and all around, unobstructed, free from hatred and enmity. So it's boundless. This metta is to everywhere, above, below, anyone, everywhere. Okay. So in any posture, we also can practice this type of mindfulness. Okay. So whether standing, walking, seated, or lying down, as long as he is awake, he should develop this mindfulness. This, they say, is the divine abiding here. So in any kind of posture, you will have this metta radiate. You can develop this mindfulness of metta to all the living beings. You don't have to wait. Wait, when I'm free, or wait later. 5 minutes later, I will send this metta. No, it's anytime. When you are awake. Remember just now we shared a slide. You said that just like a finger snap. You radiate metta. That will benefit yourself and a lot of people already. So you don't have to wait or choose a place. But wait. Let me settle down this thing. Then only no. Just use your mind. Just a mental state. When you radiate the metta, anytime, standing, walking, seated, or lying down. As long as you thought of this person, you radiate. Then it's benefit to you and to that person. Let's continue. So the last part, the verse number 10. Titincha anupagamang silawa dasanena sampanno kamesu viniyagedang nahijatu gabaseyang punare iti. So this is the state when the wisdom arise, because your mental state is already calm to boundless, to everywhere, any size, all being. So now you have not erroneous with view. Means you have the right view already. You have the right view. You understand the Four Noble Truths. You understand the dukkha, anicca, anatta. Okay, so you endow with virtue and insight, with sensual desire abandoned. At that time, you don't have any sensual desire already, because you are meditating and you are so focused in metta. You won't have any sensual desire. So because it's like a love that come out from your heart. Your mental state is so stable that you are free from all the desire, sensual desire. So at that time, he would come no more to be conceived in a womb. That means if at that time this person pass away or whatever, he will be born in a higher state than a human, maybe in a Deva state or a Brahma state. So that means his mind is already in focus, without any sensual desire. Okay, so this is the end of the Karaniya Metta Sutta. Okay, so I see the answer here. Yeah, it's all correct. With a good attitude, wholesome action, thought, and speech, practice the wholesome deed till perfection. So the wholesome deed that you won't want to harm anyone. This is the skill. Be skilled in good, always in a good thought, good action, and good speech. That you don't have any intention at all to harm anyone. So have to be skilled in it. So with practice, we have to practice always. Okay. Any question? If not, I will continue. Okay. I think it should be easy. Everyone is quite familiar with this Metta Karana Sutta.
Hello, sister.
Yes.
I'm Jenny Tan, sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, may
And,
I know, sister, if you know, we have a relative who is
mm,
actually not Buddhist, but while sending loving kindness, can we actually make a wish also so that, you know, in one lifetime, this person will accept the teaching of the Buddha? Can we do that during this sending of loving kindness? Thank you.
sorry again, because your line is breaking. I can't hear you well.
I have one quite close relative, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, she's not a Buddhist. So while
Mm,
sending loving kindness, right, can we also
mm,
make a wish that in one lifetime, uh, this person will actually accept the Buddha teaching and continue to study Buddhism? Can we make that wish while we are sending this loving kindness? Thank you.
mm. You can send to anyone, right? We say that to all living beings. But to wish is another thing. It's the aspiration that you want her to learn about Buddhism. This is you want, you have this desire and that she may one day learn the Buddhism. This is another kind of wish, the wishes that you have to her.
So
So
we can actually make this aspiration while we are sending loving kindness, right, sister?
I mean, for this is better that you show the example. You are Buddhist. You show that the example that is good to be a Buddhist. Then, and then in your daily practice, when she noticed that you become a better person, then eventually, maybe one day, she'll follow.
She
So,
she know that
uh,
I'm a very serious practitioner. It's just that, you
yeah,
know,
mm,
she is like quite skeptical lah, you know,
yeah,
to become a Buddhist. So
mm,
by taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, also she
mm,
refused to do that.
mm,
So I'm asking whether this can
mm.
be done. When I send loving
Yeah,
kindness to her, I will also add
mm.
on this aspiration.
Can. It means that you make aspiration is to yourself, so that you have the determination, that one day she may learn the Buddhist
Yeah, yeah.
teaching.
Yes. Yes.
So
Thank you,
you
sister.
can. It's just
Thank
that
you,
you
sister.
strengthen your own saddha.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you, Sister Ni. So the summary of this Karayana Metta Sutta, originally for practice of meditation. So to calm the mind, to focus in metta, the mental state that very strong in loving kindness. But later it adopted as parita, I mean protective chant. So it's taught to the monk who disturbed by the spirit, the tree spirit. So the important message is to cultivate boundless, impartial love, and most important, be skilled in good. So the sila part is very important. Okay. Then the practice, we start with ourselves. Always we start with ourselves first, then expand universally. So the result is free from wrong view, perfect adherence to ethical precept, and sensual craving is weakened. So either the one that we love or the one that we hate the most or whatever, the sensual desire, either good or bad, is not there. Okay. So the goal is to purify the mind, to attain peace, and to reborn in the higher realm. Okay. Now we shall look at the benefits of practicing metta. In this sutta, Metta Nisamsa Sutta, in AN 11.15. If you notice, AN 11 means there are 11 points. So that when you write in essay or answer your exam question, when you see AN, that means it's number. If AN 5.15 or AN 2.12, that means you have to have 2 points. If AN 5, you have to have 5 points. AN 4, you have to have 4 points. Okay, so AN 11, you have to remember the 11 point. Okay. So what is the 11 points? So in the sutta, in this sutta, we say that the 11, you achieve 11 benefits. You will practice this metta loving kindness. Number 1, you can sleep happily. You rise happily. When you practice the Buddha, the metta, you chant, may I be well. Then you fall asleep. The next day you rise up, you feel happy also. Again, you wish yourself to be happy. And then you don't have bad dreams. People will love you. Because a kind person, everyone will love a kind person. So without being harmed by animals. And then immune from poison. The suttas include the fire, poison, and weapon. Do not injure one. Okay. And then you are protected by devas. You can gain mental concentration easily because your heart already softened. You are in a very good state of mind. So you can gain mental concentration easily. Then you have a beautiful facial expression because you are kind. You're always mild. Then you'll die peacefully. Sutta say unconfused. Unconfused. And then you will rebirth in happy and good rhyme. Okay, so this 11 point you have to remember also. Next, we shall look at the metta kata. Metta kata of this Patisambhida Bhava in this Kundaka Nikaya, in one of the sutta collection. You all know we have 5 type of sutta correction, right? So it's in Kundaka Nikaya. So this metta kata is the radiant of this metta is traditionally attributed to Venerable Sariputta, the Buddha chief disciple, renowned for his analytical wisdom. We find a profound section called Metta Kata, the instruction on loving kindness. This passage provides a very powerful universal formula for radiating metta. Closely mirroring teaching found in other sutta, like the Chunda Kamaraputta Sutta. So this is in attribute to Venerable Sariputta. I think you are also very familiar with the Metta Kata. Just maybe sometimes you didn't know him or Hantu. Abhyapaja hontu, aniga hontu, suki atanang, pariharantu. May they be free from hostility, free from affliction, free from distress. May they live happily. This is a very famous chanting in YouTube, right? Everyone will go and listen to who? Imi Ui, right? Imi Ui will chant this Kawira hontu, abhyapaja hontu, right? So this is one of the very famous chant. So in this sutta, it categorized 22 ways in which the mind deliverance of loving kindness can be radiated as follows. So you have 22 ways of radiating this metta, this loving kindness. 5 ways for unspecified person, 7 ways for specified person, and 10 ways for directional pervasion. So the 5 unspecific pervasion is to the all beings, all breathing things, all creatures, all person. My numbering is wrong. Okay. And all with a personality. So sabbe satta, sabbe pana, sabbe bhuta, sabbe pugala, and sabbe attabhava pariyapana. So this is the 5 way of unspecific pervasion to all beings. And then the 7 way of specified pervasion. So it's specified to who? To all women, all men, all noble ones, all non-noble ones, all deities, all human, all born in lower realm. So this is more specific to women. Sabba itio, sabbe purisa, sabbe arya, sabbe anarya, sabbe deva, sabbe manusa, and sabbe vinipatika. So it's more specific to whom. And then just now the 5 way is unspecific, it's to everyone. And then to the 10 direction, the eastern, western, northern, southern, of the eastern intermediate direction and the western intermediate direction, northern intermediate direction, call it southeast or southeast or southwest, right? So the southern intermediate direction, and then the downward and the upward. So cover 10 directional pervasion. Okay. So when we chant this metta kata, we have to understand who we send to our metta. So it's also cover all beings, all breathing. Is the difference is that just now the Karaniya metta is specified also to all beings, but the size, the distance, far and near and all that. But here it cover in a different manner. Okay, but it's the same to all beings also. So now we know the 2 of the most popular metta stuff. And then now we look at the practice. So the practice, there are 2 ways. There are 2 ways. One is by recitation. So we just repeat many times the phrases mindfully, calmly. So in our mind, or we say it out sometime. May I be well and happy. May I be well and safe, peaceful, and free from suffering. Or we targeted to a group. May my teacher be well. May my friends be well and happy. So we just recite. So whether we stand, walk, sit, or lying down, as long as one is alert, we are aware, one should be resolved on this mindfulness. So we just recite it out only. Okay, we can do it anywhere, anytime. Waiting for bus or waiting for your Grab. Your Grab. So you have nothing to do, just recite in your mind. May I be well and happy. So this is a way of training. Then the second is daily practice of metta in meditation posture. So basically, it is the practice of radiating well wishes to all beings. So we find a place, we sit comfortably, calmly, with eyes closed. Then we recite for ourselves, for oneself, for own self. May I be well happy. May my family members be well and happy. May my friends be well and happy. My neighbor, my acquaintance, so be well and happy. Then you can read it to your pets, to the animal, to all beings, to people in the country, in your residential area. So and then you spread, you radiate your metta wider to the universe. So it cover all sides, far and near, seen or unseen. So may all be well and happy. Okay. So here, your meditation object is the metta meditation, the loving kindness without attachment, clinging, craving, desire, without desire. There are 4 stages of metta meditation. The practice begin with meditator cultivating loving kindness to themselves, to themselves, and then to the loved one, friends, teacher, stranger, animals, and finally towards all sentient beings. So this is how you practice in your meditation. Can be 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So this is in a proper sitting meditation. Okay. So the result, a well-trained mind, your mind will be well-trained, mindful in this mental state of kindness. Then you will always show kindness, friendliness in your action, and compassion towards all living beings around. So it becomes your personality, your habit to be kind to others. So your mind, faced with any situation, the ill will won't arise. If we are not trained, sometimes we face with difficult situation, the ill will, the unkind words will come out. So if we always train in this metta kindness, then automatically our behavior will be kind. But the challenges is that people will have problem to radiate metta, especially to their enemies, due to unwholesome thought and hatred arise. Sometimes it's too difficult. So, you can't. This is the challenge. So that's why the Vipassana side have to arise. You have to understand. Then it will be easier for you to include your enemy. Your really the like your husband, your wife, parent, your children. So this is the challenge. But with the Vipassana insight wisdom, you can overcome it. How? We shall discuss in the later slide. So in this sutta, so it say that Chunda Sutta. And how is purity threefold by the way of mind? This is when a certain person is content. Is content. So they have a kind heart and loving intention. They always think, may this sentient being live free from enmity and ill will, untroubled and happy. So they must have the right view. Then they can have the peace in their heart always. So this loving intention is very fast. So sometimes the intention, when it come up, we can't even control it. That's why sometimes we will say things before we really thought of it. Say some unkind words. So this intention is very strong. So if we always cultivate, we have a kind heart, the intention will also be kind. Okay, so this is the end of metta sharing. Next, we'll go to samatha and vipassana. Anyone want a 5 minutes toilet break or drink some water or what? I'll give a few minutes break before we go to samatha and vipassana. Okay, we come back at 3:30. If you have question, you can ask also, or you want to type in the chat box. Okay, I hope everyone is back. I can't see your face. Okay. Okay, so maybe look at the past year question first before we continue with the vipassana and samatha. Okay. I think you all know. I start with the senior level, senior level in a multiply choice question. So you have 20 objective question to answer. You need to answer all questions. So I have this past year question from year 2020 to 2024. Okay. So you see, for metta, in this senior level, you have this question. According to Buddhist teaching, what is the antidote to ill will? Anyone know the answer? You can type in the chat box. A, greed, B, hatred, C, ignorance, and D, loving kindness. Yes, very well. Yeah, you all can pass at it. And then, yeah, all correct. So what is the Pali term for loving kindness in Buddhism? Metta. Yes, correct. And in 2003, 2003, there's none about metta, but 2022, there's one question. just as a mother would protect her only child, even at the risk of her own life. Even so, let him cultivate a boundless heart towards all being. So the above quotation is extracted from which sutta? A, D, D. Yeah, D. Metta Sutta. Correct. Good, very good. Then into 021, the practice of loving kindness meditation will help to eradicate greed and hatred. A, B, anger and hatred. C, ignorance and stupidity, and sense, desire, and greed. Anger and hatred. Sense, desire, and greed. Which one? It's D. Sense, desire. Sense, desire is greed already. Anger and hatred. Greed and hatred. It's greed and hatred. A. A. Greed and hatred. Yeah, greed and hatred. Repeat. Same. 2020, same. Same as just now when we answered. Just as a mother who protect her own child, even at the risk of her own life. So the above quotation is extracted from Metta Sutta. So we look at senior. Okay.
Okay, now it's okay already.
Okay. I'm coming in again. Sorry about that. Okay, never mind. Okay. We continue our lesson. We look into the past year question some other time. Okay. So we look at this samatha and vipassana. Okay. Samatha and vipassana are two aspects of meditation in Buddhism, often practiced together to develop both concentration and insight. So let us look at this samatha. So just now, the metta, karana metta meditation is in samatha. We say the cultivation of metta bhavana. We don't use the meditation. We say metta bhavana, the cultivation of loving kindness. So samatha, the aim is to calm the mind and develop deep concentration. So the word samatha means tranquility or calm. So the objective is to develop a deeply focused and peaceful mind. So metta bhavana can do that. Okay, so the technique is often focused on a single object, such as our breath, anapanasati, or visual object, a mantra, or a specific sensation. So a mantra like Arahang Samma Sambuddho. Some of them they do this mantra to recollect the quality of the Buddha. Arahang Samma Sambuddha, Arahang Samma Sambuddha. Or you can collect on the Dhamma or the Sangha, or a specific sensation. When you sit down, you focus on your falling, rising, a specific sensation. So the method the practice involves continuously bringing the mind back to the chosen object and focus whenever it wanders. So the most easiest is our breath. Our breath. We always breathe in, breathe out. Know that breathing long or short. And breathing long, you know, is breathing long. Short, you know, is breathing short. So this leads to heightened state of concentration known as jhana. Okay, so the benefit is to improve our mental clarity, stability, and emotional balance. So it's the foundation for further meditative practice, particularly vipassana. So vipassana is an insight meditation. Vipassana is a meditation aimed to develop insight in the true nature of reality. So the vipassana means clear seeing or insight. So the objective is to gain insight into impermanent, unsatisfactory, and non-self nature of all phenomena. We call it hilakkhana. So the technique is just observe thought, sensation, and emotion without attachment or aversion, noting their arising and passing away. So the method, this practice often involves mindfulness, sati, and clear comprehension, sampajana. So we observe bodily sensation, thought, and emotion as they arise and pass away, noting their impermanent nature. So the benefit, it leads to profound insight into the nature of the mind and reality, reduces attachment and aversion. So ultimately aim for liberation from suffering. So this samatha and vipassana. So when we practice, we have to practice both. So because we need to calm our mind. So when the mind is calm, tranquil, then it's easy for the wisdom to arise. So in this sutta, called Tatiya Samadhi Sutta. Tatiya Samadhi Sutta. In this sutta, discuss the relationship between samatha and vipassana. It highlights the importance of both practices and how they lead to the development of knowledge and liberation. So the Buddha described 4 kinds of individual concerning the development of samatha and vipassana. There are these 4 kinds of individual when they try to develop samatha and vipassana. There's one who develop samatha but not vipassana. So that means they always focus on samatha only, like the breathing, bring in, out, in, out. So they focus on breathing without insight. Another one who develop vipassana but not samatha. And then the third one who develop neither samatha nor vipassana. And then the last one who develops both samatha and vipassana. So there are these 4 kinds of person. So what's the outcome? If you only develop samatha without vipassana, so the practitioner achieve inner calm but lack insight into the nature of phenomena. So while calm and concentration are beneficial, they alone do not lead to the complete understanding required for liberation. Although they are calm, they can focus their mind, they can reach certain jhana, or maybe they can have certain psychic power, but they don't really understand the phenomena. That's why they can't liberate from the samsara. And then what if you just develop vipassana without samatha? Then you will gain insight into the nature of phenomena, but you lack the deep concentration that support the stability of insight. While they may understand the nature of impermanent, suffering, and non-self, their practice may be less stable without the foundation of calm concentration. So you may have the insight, about anicca, dukkha, anatta, and all that, but you don't have the stability to support your insight. Okay, so you can't, your wisdom can't really grow well. Okay. And then the practitioner, you don't practice samatha or vipassana. So you does not progress significantly in the path. So you remain entangled in destruction and lack of foundation for deeper understanding and liberation. You didn't develop both samatha and vipassana. We call this person puthujjana. Puthujjana. So they just live their life daily, busy. I don't know what's the goal, where to. They just wake up and busy, and late night, tired, sleep. So they are without insight and focus on their life. And then if a practitioner can develop both samatha and vipassana, then this practitioner achieve both inner calm and insight. So you develop both practice support and enhances each other, leading to a balanced and comprehensive path toward liberation. So because the calm mind support deeper and clearer insight, while the insight support and become stabilized and calm. So the highlight of this Tatiya Samadhi Sutta is about mutual support. So both samatha and vipassana are not mutually exclusive, but are meant to be developed together. Calm concentration provides a stable foundation for the mind, making it easier to develop penetrating insight. Insight, in turn, deepen and stabilize calm concentration. Because you understand, just like I said just now, metta. If you do metta to a person that you don't like, your enemy, so you say you can't, because you don't have the understanding about these people that you have anger, you have ill will, you hate this person so much. So because of you do not understand the nature of things. It's not about this person. It's the condition. We know that the condition that make these people, that this person act whatever he's doing to you. Okay, so if we can understand about 5 aggregates, about these 3 characteristics about Four Noble Truths, then it's easier when we do the metta to all beings, included our enemy. So it's very important to have both. So the path to liberation is to develop both practices. Is it essential for the full realization of this Buddhist path? Together, they lead to eradication of ignorance and the attainment of Nibbana. Okay. So in one of these Dhammapada verses 372, it's also saying, there can be no concentration in one who lacks wisdom. There can be no wisdom. There can be no wisdom in one who lacks concentration. He who has concentration as well as wisdom is indeed close to Nibbana. So you need to have both. And if you look at this discourse on the four path to Arahantship, this is another sutta in AN 4.17. This sutta that I show you is more like a fact. When you write your essay, you can quote this sutta, what the sutta say, what the Buddha say, because sutta is the Buddha words. But this sutta is whenever Ananda, he addressed a group of monks in this Kosambi, Gosita Park, and it's explained that every monk or nun who has declared arahantship in his presence has done so through one of these four paths. That means the arahant, when they attain arahant already, when they share their experience with Venerable Ananda, they say about these four things, how they attain arahantship. We know that Venerable Ananda is not an arahant during Buddha's time. After Buddha passed away, then only he become an arahant. So his friend, his friend, his Kalyana Mita that time, most of them are arahant. So they share their experience to him. So according to them, it's all in this four part they achieve the arahantship. It's either samatha leading to vipassana, or vipassana leading to samatha, or samatha and vipassana together. And also some of them is with a restless mind, restless mind to liberate, their desire to liberate is very strong. So we look at the samatha leading to vipassana. They develop deep concentration first. So they master the calm, the samatha. They do very well their samatha, either breathing, anapanasati, or maybe buddhanusati. So they master very well. And then apply this stable mind to insight. So they abandon the fetus and destroy latent tendency. That's how they achieve their arahantship. Okay, so the second way, they use vipassana leading to samatha to liberate. They start with analytical wisdom. They see impermanent suffering and non-self. They understand this factor first. Then only they can observe the phenomena clearly. Then only they stabilize their wisdom with deep calm. So they eradicate their defilements and attain liberation. So both together. Some of them, samatha and vipassana together. They cultivate both concentration and insight simultaneously. So the balance, the focus, and wisdom. So they integrate both in practice. So their noble path arise because with the right understanding, right thought, so their noble path arise. So they destroy all the mental corruption. That's how they achieve their arahantship. Then the last one is with the restless mind, desire, want to attain liberation. So they use Dhamma to reflect on causes of their agitation and all that. So they steer their mind also, and then later they stable into deep samadhi. So that's how the path emerge spontaneously, then they attain arahantship. So this is one of the sutta that describe how this arahant achieve their liberation. So we can see from here, the Satipatthana Sutta also the four foundation of mindfulness is this Satipatthana Sutta is a complete meditation manual for us. So it also have this samatha and vipassana. Okay, in this whole practice, it's one of the most complete manual for practicing meditation. So in this Satipatthana Sutta, it said about mindfulness of body, mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of our mind, and mindfulness of the quality of the Dhamma. Kaya nupassana, Vedana nupassana, Citta nupassana, and the Dhamma nupassana. So here also, in this sutta, they also have the samatha elements and the vipassana element. So it focus on present moment awareness. So in the kaya nupassana, you observe the body in body. You observe the breathing. The breathing. So you can focus on his meditation, his mindfulness. Okay, of the body, of the dead body. So they focus on some object, They focus on aversion mind. They focus on repulsiveness, material element, and the dead body, or organ also. So they focus on this body. So the vipassana element, so they can observe the arising and passing of phenomena. They can see clearly the anicca, dukkha, and anatta in all experiences. When they observe the breathing, they know that the breathing will stay and will go away, right? It's arise and it's falling also. So the posture is always changing. You can see clearly the anicca, the dukkha, and the anatta. So in investigating the mental state, you know when last is present, you know when it is absent. So in this way, it develops wisdom by examining the true nature of mind and body. So from the practice, then they achieve the self-factor of enlightenment and the Four Noble Truths. Then that's how they practice and liberate. So this Satipatthana Sutta also teach us in Samatha and Vipassana. Okay. So here we know that Samatha and Vipassana are complementary practices that together they will lead us to the wisdom and liberation. So Samatha is the path to serenity. So we cultivate deep concentration by focusing the mind on a single object and become our mental thought. And then it prepare the mind for insight by stabilizing attention, and it lead to a blissful state, jhana. But it does not alone free the mind from ignorance. So to free from ignorance, we have to develop vipassana, the path of insight. So it developed direct understanding of the three lakkhana, the T-lakkhana, and then eradicate delusion because you see the reality clearly, and it lead to awakening by uprooting craving and cleaning, and it lead to wisdom. When the mind is stable and tranquil in the state of samadhi. So if they work together, a calm mind can see the reality more clearly with wisdom. Then the insight can be deepened. With wisdom, we understand the importance of peaceful mind. If you have a peaceful mind, then you will be in a state of kindness, calmness, and all the wholesome state. This will lead to a deepened insight. You understand about the phenomena in this environment more clearly. So lastly, we know that samatha without vipassana is a temporary peace and no liberation, or without right understanding. And if vipassana without samatha is a scattered insight, hard to sustain without focusing or tranquil mind. You will suddenly contemplate on this, and then suddenly you contemplate on other things. The element, then the senses, then you go everywhere because you didn't focus on one phenomena only until you understand that phenomena. Okay, so if we are together, you have this unshakable wisdom, you understand the Four Noble Truths, you can see the anicca, dukkha, and anatta, which leads to nibbana. So we have to practice both samatha and vipassana. Okay, and if based on today what we have learned, if we use metta, you can always develop a peaceful mind, a state of mind which is without ill will. You have the kindness. Then it's easier for you to go into vipassana later, because you have a stable state of mind. So this is the reference sources that you can refer to. And then for further study, you can go to this link, access to insight. There's one the whole written about metta, the philosophy and practice of universal love by Acharya Buddha Rakita. The metta, the background, the aspect, the ethic, the psychology, the meditation, the blessing, the power. So it cover all aspect of metta. Now you can read this. So that's all about our sharing on metta and vipassana. Okay, maybe we look back to the past year question. What's my past year question? I think this is a quite easy topic because all of you are very familiar about metta. So just now we stopped at senior multiply choice question. Now we go to subjective for senior level. So here there's a question in 2023. What is loving kindness meditation? Explain briefly, how does one practice loving kindness meditation? And who is the most important person to radiate loving kindness to, and why? See this question, a lot of things to cover. So we go to one by one. So what is loving kindness meditation? And explain briefly, how does one practice loving kindness meditation? So it's a samatha meditation. And how does one practice loving kindness? All right. So you can, if you are just like what I mentioned just now, if you start to chant this metta chanting from today, then until August, I think you are very familiar with the line already. You know how to practice. So you have to strengthen your sila first. Then you radiate to the according to size, then distance, then slowly to all living beings. So who is the most important person? Who is the most important? So according to the Visuddhimagga, is to ourselves first. If we are in a very kind, stable mind, is easier for us to okay. And in so here you have to know the 11 benefit of Metta Bhavana. Same in year 2021, same question again. Then explain clearly how to practice loving kindness to a beginner. So this is your past year question for senior state. And then look at the question. And if you have anything you want to ask, you can ask in the WhatsApp group, or you can highlight to Bharati. He will be able to help you all. He's a very outstanding student previous year. And then in this higher state, the question, you have 12 questions and required to answer 5 questions. Compulsory to answer 1 question from each section. So in 2024, we don't have anything about metta. In 2023, there's 1 question. What are the 2 types of meditation taught in Buddhism? Explain briefly Vipassana meditation. So how does this type of meditation help us overcome suffering? So you have to talk about samatha and vipassana. And then you explain briefly about vipassana and how it help us to overcome suffering. Okay. In year 2024, 2022, what is mental cultivation? Describe in brief the two main methods of Buddhist meditation and their benefit. So here, yeah, you have to talk about both samatha and vipassana and their benefit, the 11 benefit. This is in year 2022. 21. What are the four foundations of mindfulness? And explain how cessation of suffering is brought about through the cultivation of mindfulness. So here you have to talk about the four foundations of mindfulness and how the cessation of suffering means nibbana, how it leads to liberation. So yes. Here, 2019. The Buddha said, Sabbe Dhamma Anattati, that all Dhammas are non-self. When one sees with wisdom, he overcomes misery. This is the path to purity. Explain how a person practicing meditation can come to the realization of non-self as taught by the Buddha. See, here you have to explain about vipassana. With vipassana, your wisdom arise. You see things, the three characteristics. Then you realize about non-self. You also can prepare your question. Prepare your question, and then you send to me or you send to Brother T. Then we can have a look of it. You prepare your question first, because I think it's you just like prepare it before the exam. Then it will be easier for you. Okay. You don't have to, you don't wait until last minute now, because you have a lot of subject to cover. This is quite standard kind of answer. So you prepare first. What is meditation? What type of meditation? What's the benefit? Then the metta. What's the aspect of metta? The benefit. Then the outcome if you practice the metta. So you prepare first. Because you have other subject to cover, that you need to memorize a lot of things, like the name of the of the Arahant, so the life of the Buddha and all that. So you prepare first. Don't wait until last minute. Okay. Any question before we end the session? Good. Okay, if there's no question, so we shall end our lesson today by sharing of merit. Sharing of merit. Yeah,
Sister, if
please.
when we study, we have to remember, we have to memorize it and put, and then we have to remember word by word, is it?
You have, of course, when you study, you have to remember it, but not words by words.
Like Karaniya, we normally open the chanting book and chant, and then got the English translation beside it. Then we refer during chanting, evening chanting, morning, we refer to the book one, right? During exam,
Yeah.
it's like closed book one.
Yeah, during
Closed book
yes.
is in our head already lah.
During
It's
exam it's close to
Closed book cannot
Yes.
refer to any notes already lah.
no more.
It's all
Okay.
in our head, stored in the head already.
Yes. You
Then
don't have
exam
to
like 2 hours.
yes.
Exam like 2 hours, 2 hours just from our recall from our memory.
Yes. Recall from your memory what you have learned. You don't have to memorize words by words. Let's say
But Karaniya example, like normally we refer to chanting book and chant, right?
yes.
So now must stuck it in the head, like yeah.
I mean when you practice every day.
It's inside your head, and then it's like keep on repeating in your head already, like
Yes.
in you already.
Yeah, if you can practice every day, it will printed in your head, you memorize, it's easier. But during exam, unless they ask you to quote a certain words, then you write it down. If not,
Or if not, it's just
then
like the
just say,
benefit, 11 benefits and all
yes.
the one can.
Yeah, but for the 11 benefit, you have to know the
That one is
11.
like can sleep
Ah.
well and that okay, that one.
Ah.
Then the like the Karaniya verses, that the verses in Pali are not necessary, but you understand.
Yes.
Understand inside, like the mother, like understand the paragraph now, not the Pali word lah, yeah.
No, not the Pali words.
Understand the English
That's better.
meaning.
Yes.
Understand the English translation and like you want to elaborate in your essay or objective, then you can answer that question, is it?
Yes. Unless
but no need to be the Pali word one by one. Right?
No need. You're not studying Pali. You're not go for sit for
Or
Pali.
means like you know how to practice the metta, then you practice like from now on you understand the verses like you said, practice lah.
Yeah. You understand the verses. that it
Familiar with
begin-
the Karaniya.
Yes. It begin with sila. How you are able to hold the precept well. Then from there only how you radiate your metta. Start from a person who is weak or strong, if you can remember. If not, you just say to all types of being. Either weak, strong. Sometimes maybe you can't remember all these weak, strong, long, short, big. You just say
All
one or
human
two.
beings. Sabe
It's big,
sata, sabe pana,
it's
sabe
small.
buddha, sabe pugala. All the
Yes.
Sometimes you know, but like after must organize it.
Ah, so if you prepare well,
Okay, prepare the
organize it,
question,
it's easier.
prepare the answer, and then prepare the answer from the past year one. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Then, mm,
Thank you.
welcome.
Suki Hunter, Sister Jane,
Yes, okay.
waiting here. Just curious, for 2 hours, 120 minutes, we have to do 5 questions, right? So each question is about 20 minutes. So how
Yeah.
some of the answer can we write in point form, or we have to be in paragraph that comprehensively explained?
You're taking senior or higher level?
I'm not sure. Am I?
You're not sure.
Yeah.
Actually, you have to elaborate a bit.
Okay.
You have to elaborate a bit, not in point form only.
So like the benefits, we write in point form is fine, right? If
You write in point form, then after that, you better that you
still,
elaborate a bit. You elaborate a bit.
okay.
You can write answer sheet will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 only. So you have to elaborate on it. You say can sleep happily. Why you can sleep happily?
Because contented, no hatred.
Yes, because when you practice metta, without hatred, ill will, you are contented. You can sleep happily. You rise happily because you know that you
No
don't have
bad dreams.
enemy waiting
Yeah.
for you.
And no bad dreams and
No bad
yeah,
dream.
saying wholesome thoughts.
Wholesome thought. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to elaborate a bit.
Understand. So is it very different, the senior and the higher, if come to answer this type of question?
Yeah, because see, higher state, they need to answer subjective question only. Means that maybe for you, you have to write like 1.5 sheet of your paper will do, right? But for them, maybe 2 full sheet.
That
They have
means
to.
about 500 words for the higher level,
Yeah, maybe.
something
For
like
the for the senior, maybe 300 to 500 will do.
Oh, for senior also 300. That means you have to have at least 5 paragraphs like that.
I think 1.5 paper will do.
4 paragraphs lah. Okay.
Because your introduction, then your 3 content, then the conclusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand. So higher level will be like
More thing
more detailed and deep.
more detail.
Mm.
Yeah. Then they won't ask about the 11 benefit any. They will, ask about other thing also, right? Just like just now I share. They ask later. I share. This is for higher level, right? So, they ask few things. You see, what are the 2 type of meditation? You have to elaborate on the 2 type. What is samatha? What is vipassana? Then you explain vipassana. Means you need to explain this in quite a detail about vipassana. Okay, and then how does this type help you overcome suffering? Again, you need to explain about suffering. Where else in senior? So you see, it's quite simple. What is mental cultivation? What are the 11 benefit?
So here we only talk about metta. We are not going to karuna, mudita.
No.
Yeah, right. No for Brahma. Just
Ah.
this syllabus is only concentrated in metta, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, it's about metta. The syllabus is about metta only.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
Hello, sister, just now you were
Yes.
saying how overcome suffering, right? Means like the vipassana lead to insight, and then the samatha lead to that one, lead to
The calmness.
calmness. That one is how he overcomes
tranquility.
suffering.
No,
Overcome
overcome suffering, you have to have vipassana. Okay, you
so
have
that
to
can
understand the three characteristics and the Four Noble Truths. You have to have the right view. Okay, it's more than that.
Three characteristic. Okay.
Ah.
Next up really.
That's why metta is just a samatha, for you to calm your mind. So after that, when you're, so I always stress on mental stage, the mental state, how your mind, our heart, if settled down in kindness, our heart, we know that our heart is originally is brightened. So we settle our heart in this calmness, kindness, then it's easier for us to practice either in taking sila, right? So if you have a kind heart, you won't hurt or harm anyone, right? So if you have loving kindness heart, so it's easier for us to taking precept, to share dana, to doing samadhi, bhavana. So if we can understand, though, it's easier for us, even to our the person that we don't like, because we understand. It's the condition. It's not that person. Let's say, for example, we drink tea, right? Tea, Chinese tea. Sometimes the leaf, the Chinese tea will have a leaf floated together with the tea. So sometimes it's very hard for us to drink. But we don't look at the floating leaf. It makes us not enjoying the tea. So we just want to enjoy the tea. The other is just defilement, kalisa. So in that way, when we face with, if we can understand that we train our mental state become kind, the other thing is just defilement. Defilement is like dirty thing that stuck on the mind. It can be washed away on. If we wash away this defilement, our heart, the kindness of the heart will always be there. And then our action, our sila, everything, our from the way we speak, the action, the thought, the intention, all will be kind. When everything is wholesome, then it's easier to settle our mind during meditation. So it's complement each other, the samatha and the vipassana. So that's how it complements each other for liberation. Okay. That's why Buddha always say, train our mind, train our mind.